So imagine you're a teenage girl driving down the freeway. Now, don't imagine you're a teenage girl too hard, because then it's going to get creepy, and we don't want to do that. But imagine you're a teenage girl. You're driving down the freeway. You're listening to your Taylor Swift. You're drinking out of your Stanley Cup, which was fine, by the way. And then all of a sudden, it comes crashing down, and it hurts inside. You don't know what happened, but you are upside down. The car is leaking fluids. You're on the side of the road. There's smoke. There's commotion. The airbag has pushed up against you. It's hard to breathe, hard to move. And all feels hopeless when suddenly a hero emerges from the darkness. And this hero tears his NWO t-shirt off, brother. Are you okay down there, brother? And he reaches his strong, masculine, manly hand through the wreckage, and he pulls you out to safety. Of course, maybe it didn't happen exactly like that, but look, we all have our fantasies. Don't shame me. Hulk Hogan came to the rescue of some teenage girl along with his buddy and his girlfriend. They were just out for a night drive, and a wreck happened right in front of them. And Hulk Hogan, his buddy, and his wife jumped out and came to the rescue of this girl. It's a story too good to believe. It sounds like something Hulk would tell, in one of his tall tales in an interview. I saved a girl from a car that had flipped over. I had my NWO t-shirt on, brother, and I jumped right in the action. I popped the airbag. It sounds like a bullshit story. Sounds like another Hulk Hogan tall tale, but this one, my friends, is real. And it did happen. And for more details on this, let's go over to our friends over at TMZ who had the scoop on the scene.
Hulk Hogan rescued a 17-year-old girl who was involved in a really bad crash. So this woman's car actually rolls over. Now, this is on a highway in Florida. There was somebody who was apparently about to miss an exit and cuts over and somehow hits this woman's car.
It clipped her car.
Right. Now, it just so happens that Hulk Hogan, who was with his wife, Sky, and one of his other buddies.
A buddy who was in the military.
Right. Happens to be first on the scene. And they jump into action. They actually are the people who helped her get out of the car.
The military guy, I think he was in the Marines, his buddy, he said, I need to pop the airbag. Hulk had a knife in his car. So they took the knife and they...
So they popped the airbag.
That's pretty cool.
Help the woman get out, and obviously she's traumatized. I mean, the car it's flipped over.
Can you imagine being so disoriented and the first thing you hear is, "Are you okay, brother?"
Hey, brother. Yeah.
Brother.
Good to see the Hulkster paying back some of that karmic debt that he has accrued in life towards the back end here. Look, everybody grew up on Hulkamania. Well, maybe not everybody, right? I'm sure some of you grew up on John Cena like R-Truth did. But for people of my generation, we grew up on Hulkamania. Now, I was a Macho Man guy. I was an Ultimate Warrior guy. I wasn't the biggest fan of Hulkamania, but certainly my childhood was surrounded by say your prayers, eat your vitamins, brother. And that's what I grew up on. That's what I knew, the American hero Hulkster. Then somewhere along the way, whether art imitated life or life imitated art, once that Hollywood Hogan character came in, we got to see a more dark side of the Hulkster. Suddenly the story started coming out about the that doesn't work for me, brother, and all the locker room politics and stuff. And then past that, we get into all the racist stuff and all those different comments and just the things over the years that Hulk Hogan, the many lies of Hulk Hogan. Hogan has, the manipulation, the locker room politics. There's a lot that could be said on the negative side of the karma sheet for the Hulkster. So I think when we run into these kind of things where people are out there doing good, there's not enough good news in the world. We always report the bad, right? Hulk Hogan said racist shit. MJF calls Hulk Hogan a racist. Hulk Hogan this, Hulk Hogan that. But, it is important to shine a light on when people do good, too. And we have Hulkamania coming out in his NWO t-shirt. Can you imagine, by the way? I know they said it in the TMZ clip there. Can you imagine? You okay, brother? But, really picture that. Of all of the people that are going to come to your rescue, It's fucking Hulk Hogan wearing an NWO shirt, nonetheless. Like, I couldn't write it better myself. If Hulkamania was going to come rescue me from a car accident, in said story, Hulk Hogan would be wearing an NWO shirt, right? And then he'd give me the for life brother as he walks away, strokes his Fu Manchu, and moves on with his business. This was good shit. Hulk Hogan got in there. He popped the airbag. TMZ said it was a knife. I had heard also somebody else reported that it was actually a pen that Hogan used. Regardless, Hogan was able, along with his buddy and his wife or whatever, were able to save this teenage girl from the wreckage. And apparently everybody's fine. Nobody's hurt to any, nobody's crippled. Nobody's dead. So all's well that ends well. The car looks pretty messed up, but that's the least of her worries. Hopefully she's got good insurance and such, but she does have a good story to tell going forward. And doesn't this sound like one of Hulk Hogan's tall tales that he tells? We would hear about this in future interviews. Yeah, brother, I pulled this girl out from a wreckage just on the freeway. I saw the car flip in front of me, so I ran out, popped the airbag, and pulled her out. You okay, brother? Sounds like one of his tall tales. He's a guitar player for Metallica almost, and fucking spent 20 years in Japan, right? All of that stuff. So Hulkster known to tall tales, but he can add this one to his list, and I'm sure he'll embellish still, right? I heard a voice telling me I had to go do something. There was an angel floating. I don't fucking know. I'm not going to pretend to be inside his head, but I'm sure he'll find a way to embellish it. But I'm just rambling on at this point and trying to take the piss out of Hulk Hogan's good deed, which I should not do. What do you guys think? Hollywood Hogan comes to the rescue of a teen girl, pulling her out of the wreckage of a car, right? Good for Hulk. You can't knock the man for it. Say what you will about the Hulkster and his past and his negative deeds. Like I said, it's good that he is adding back to the karmic debt, right? He's moving a little bit of that balance over to the plus side, right? So I'm all for that. I appreciate that. And, look, I don't hate Hulk Hogan, and I want Hulk Hogan I'm glad Hulk's doing okay. I'm glad that he's at peace in his life. He's found God. He's happy with this younger woman. I just, man, I hope he ends his life in peace. His last few years are good for him. That's not to say he's on his way out the door, but I mean, he's getting up there, right? What I'm saying is I hope it ends well for the Hulkster, and I hope at the end of the day when we look back, nobody's going to forget the negative that he put out into this world, but hopefully there's a lot of good there where a lot of people can kind of take the good and take the bad, take them both, and there you have the facts of Hulk, brother. But that's it. We'll leave it there. We're getting out of control here. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. Who would be your dream rescue? You're pinned under a car, airbags pushing against you. You can't move. You can't do shit. You're stuck. Who comes to save your life? What wrestler? Name the wrestler. Is it Hulkamania in an NWO t-shirt? And bonus points, right, if they're wearing their own merch. Right? Like if Dom Mysterio or Nick Mysterio come to rescue you and they're wearing the mommy t-shirt, that's pretty dope, right? We want to see that kind of shit. Anyway, we're off the rails here. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next brother. Let me tell you something, brother. You can check out full episodes each and every Sunday right here on this channel, dude. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to take your vitamins and say your prayers, brother.